raise your hand if we should do karaoke instead.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna head count. Okay, who wants to do karaoke? I have to sing the backtrack. Disclaimer. But I do think we should do karaoke instead. No?
I mean, I'm new.
Okay, I guess we'll do stand-up comedy. My best friend just moved to Oklahoma.
Boo.
I know. And I'm trying not to be too sad about it because she got her dream job. She's a manager at the Lipton factory. Yeah. And apparently there's like a lot to manage. Like she called me the other day with some drama and I had to sit down. I was like, okay, T. Because my best friend moved to Oklahoma to work at the Lipton factory. Man, I just started a new job myself where I work with kids. And the real challenge of working with children, I've learned in the past week and a half, is getting them to recognize your humanity and see you as a person, as they are. It's been kind of difficult. I don't think I really want to be a teacher full-time as a job. I'd way rather have like a boob job. Cause like, I think a boob job has more perks. A boob job has at least 2 perks, okay? If they did a good job, okay? I'd way rather have a boob job than a nose job, because a nose job just smells fishy. I don't have a nose job or a boob job. I got my degree in English literature, so naturally I sell craft beer. And I love craft beer. Arts and crafts. Arts and craft beer. I have decided recently, though, I'm going to be opening up my own bar. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to be opening up my own bar. We do things a little differently at Emilie's. At Emilie's, brunch is a community affair, okay? Me-mosa, you-mosa, we-mosa, okay? Together. At my bar, we have no such thing as happy hour. We actually have sad hour. Sad hour beers are $100. We're watching Hoarders on television. You can bring your dog, but only if it's wheezing. Sad hour at Emilie's. Dibs on the idea. Dibs, you guys, dibs. Your next, first, best, most memorable comic of the evening, I'm projecting it already, is about to come on this stage, you guys. And I need you to prepare your hands to meet him. Prepare. Prepare. That's right, that's right, that's right. Wait, we didn't even acknowledge Justin. Justin, say hey. Everyone clap for Justin. Justin turned on the lights. Justin hooked up the mic. Justin is the greatest of all time. And so is your first comic of the evening. He rode here on a scooter with a helmet, everybody. Woo, yeah. Give it up for road safety. Exemplary guy. Good guy. Give it up for good guy Ben Pierce, everyone. Hands. Ben talks about death a lot, okay? And you guys will die for your next comic. Everyone, put your hands together. It's Chukknephew.
Y'all clap for me like we in church right now. Woo! Shout out to my church people. Yeah, I'm talking about my real church people. I'm talking about Wednesday Bible study, Saturday pre-church, Sunday church, Monday post-church, then we back to Bible study. I'm talking about them church people, man. I used to hate going to church, I ain't gonna lie, man, because my church never had an AC. we always been hot as hell in there. Like, I'm like, why we so hot? Why we ain't got no AC in here? Like, all this, every time I come in here, you want to pass around the collection plate and shit, but we ain't got no AC? Shit, if heaven feel like this, I'd rather go to hell. What the fuck? Shit, hot as hell in this bitch, man. I'm gonna be honest, ladies. I understand why y'all hate when the toilet seat is up. Cause this morning I fell in the toilet myself, like, fellas, you ever had your balls dip in the water like it was fondue or something? For real, then you gotta pet your shit like you a whole chick. Like, I had to pet it because I got one ply toilet tissue, you feel? I don't have 2 ply, people, I'm broke as hell. Only rich people got 2 ply. For real, man, for real. What else can we talk about? People, you ever seen somebody lips so chapped it just make you want to lick your own lips? Like, God damn, I'm trying to send you a clue, like, lick them bitches, like, put some coconut oil on that thing or something. For real, man. Hey, girl, this is facts, man. I got a pregnant wife at home right now. She's waiting on me, so I'm trying to hurry up and get done with this shit right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But the best thing about my wife being pregnant is the breast milk, people. For real. Like, I'm being honest, like, I don't know if y'all got kids or not, but breast milk tastes like vanilla almond milk. Watch, wait till y'all get pregnant, watch. Fellas, y'all think I'm playing. All right. Fuck it, I'm gonna just leave it to myself then. That's the best kind of milk you should be drinking. You feel what I'm saying? For real, like. For real, man. I love it though, man. Have y'all ever heard that pregnant people got the best pussy?
Yeah.
Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
They ain't lying though, they ain't lying. That shit real though. But I'm gonna be honest, pregnant sex is not attractive at all, like. That shit is not attractive. Fellas, you ever fucked a pregnant woman and she threw up?
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about mid-stroke. Ugh. You like, God damn, I had to put my dick up. Like, man, let me put my dick up, man. Nah, I'm lying to you. I kept fucking. Fuck it. Shit. I gotta let these sperm cells go. You feel what I'm saying? Fellas, if you're in a relationship, be faithful, man. Be faithful, man. Like, cause ladies, they have a new trick to know when you've been unfaithful. You know, y'all probably ain't noticed, but now ladies are counting sperm cells now. Like, they count your sperm cells, people. I ain't lying to you. Shit, I nutted on my wife's stomach. She started counting my shit like it was changed. Like 1, 2, 3. She said, nah, baby, that's 2,000. You short. I said, God damn, I give you $200. You can't even count that. You count the 2,000? I ain't lying to y'all, people. Let's see what else I got. I'm sorry. I hate pausing in front of this shit. Like, I know y'all like, God damn, hurry up, get off stage. Okay. Fellas, well, any people over 40 in the building? Woo. Over 40? Yeah. Just 2 people? That's what's up. You know when you getting old, though. You know when you getting old. When you gotta lean to the side and fart, that's how you know you're getting old, like, cause if you just stand still, you might shit on yourself, people. Stop that. For real, like, this shit is real, man. We need to stop racism. We need to stop it, like, I noticed that black and white people are the same, though. We just use different terminology. That's all it is. That's all it is, people. You know, when white people feel shocked, they use the word flabbergasted and shit like. When black people feel shocked, we use shit like, that's crazy, that's crazy. When white people want to curse, they say, Jesus married Joseph. Like, goddamn, what do Jesus have to do with this? When black people come, we just say, you motherfucker. Like, shit, facts, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But I just got the light. I appreciate y'all time. Chukknephew. Appreciate it.
Clap once more for Chuck. You know, Chuck brings me back to the summer days of my youth when I used to put playing cards in the spokes of my bicycle. Cute giggle. Vanilla almond milk also. Lots to think about. Many inappropriate things to think about from that set. Your next comic will, I'm sure, give us more to think about. It is their second time joining us, and I cannot wait to welcome them once back to our stage. Everyone, please prepare your hands and give her a big round of applause. It's J.D. Novelli.
You told me to prepare my hands. I can only use the one. All right. Chukknephew, it's always a pleasure to see you, man, because not only are you funny, you're a good-looking guy. Like, if I had your hairdo when I went to Babes, they would be all over me. But I gotta tell you, though, Emily, you were talking earlier, about Hoarders. I don't know about that show, because a lot of people, they say they watch Hoarders and, oh my God, I realize, I've got all this stuff in my house that I don't need, and, I just gotta clean up, I gotta organize, I gotta get rid of everything that doesn't spark joy. But for me, I watch Hoarders and I'm like, I'm not so bad. I'm told that that's not the reaction that I'm supposed to have, but effectively, it's like, I can be messier. I mean, people who've done these shows with me, you've seen my car, I cannot clean for shit. One thing I will say, though, because Chuck got me thinking, he was saying talk about we need to, end racism and all that, and I agree. We also need to do something about the homophobia. The problem is like, gay people like me, we don't have good slogans. Like, historically, like in the black community, they've had, we shall overcome, 40 acres and a mule. We don't have that in the gay community. Because for one thing, it's 2025. What am I going to do with a mule? It's not like you can take it on the bus or anything. What I would want is 40 acres and a really cool dog. Like, put a little bandana on it. You could walk in the park and cute guys like, so, you feed your dog all organic food? Well, come to my house and find out. I'm trying to be a little more sophisticated. I come from country folk. If you couldn't tell by my Harvard accent, my family comes from West Virginia, and they are Irish Catholics. So I quite literally have 100 first cousins. It's gotten to the point I don't even date white people, because it's like, statistically, we're probably related. So I did what any person looking to expand their minds in this crazy world of ours would do, to meet open-minded people and experience new things. But they weren't hiring, so I joined the Army. But that's kind of a way to expand your mind a little bit. You get to travel around the world, meet interesting people, kill them. But you don't really get to talk about it because people don't have any frame of reference. So what I like to do is I like to memorize like these little like conversation starters, when I meet people at like, parties, these professional settings. So I'll be saying something like, the Verona-Enon Bridge down on 295 near 288, it's past Chesterfield, not quite all the way to Petersburg, but kind of in the middle there. That's the second highest bridge in Virginia. Oh really? What's the first highest? I have no earthly idea. It never occurred to me to look that up. So I've given up on trying to relate to people. I just kind of focus on, being my own, weird thing, just out there doing, whatever it is that I do. I think I'm probably like a homeless person or something. I haven't really thought about it. But one thing I have found is the secret to my success is I always make sure that I wear a cool shirt. Because I live in kind of a rough neighborhood. So the way I think is if I don't want people to bother me, I'm going to wear a cool shirt. People look at me and be like, oh, we don't want to mess with that guy. He's wearing a cool shirt. Ordinarily, I've got something like a little more intimidating, like heavy metal or like a monster or something. This time I just got like, gay shit, because, I was doing laundry today. It's not my fault. I have a bit of a disagreement with the woman that I used to date until fairly recently, because I like metal, but she is a metalhead. And by that I mean, she's the sort of metalhead who still thinks that metal is the most popular form of music in the world. It's like, yeah, I like Def Leppard, and I can listen to Dokken every now and then, but, it's not really popular anymore. What are you talking about? if you go to England or Germany or Japan or Norway, you'll find metalheads everywhere. I was like, you know, talking to you sometimes, you know, you're a smart woman, but sometimes it's like talking to Disco Stew. Finally, the other night, I picked her up from the bar because she was too drunk to drive and too drunk to work her iPad. So she asked me, "Can you put on a song that you think I would like?" So I put on Land Down Under by Men at Work, and she said, "Why did you think I would like this?" I said, "It's your favorite genre of music. White people from countries that use the metric system." Yes, and on that mathematical note, I'm going to invite Emilie back up here.
Give it up one more time for J.D. Novelli. Ooh, I am also a metalhead like your friend. Aluminium, bronze. I like them all. I like all the metals, even the guitar type. Everyone, your next comic can probably shred on the guitar. He's the artiste. Are you musical?
No, not at all.
Maybe give it a shot. Maybe you have the magic,
Throat?
Whoa!
See me after the show.
Your next comic says he has the magic throat, everybody. Please, put your hands together for magic-throated man, Chris Waller!
She was doing this with her hands. I was like, I don't think that's how you say it. I come from a very frugal family. Ben said his grandma smoked meth. My uncle quit crack because it was too expensive. His dealer jacked up the price and he was like, "Fuck this. I'd rather withdraw than withdrawal." I started going to pyramid scheme meetings. Not because I believe in them or anything. I just like being told I have a future. You don't hear it often as an art major. I'm actually the only art major in my core friend group, if you can believe it. I chose to follow my dreams, and they chose wisely. I have a lot of friends in med school, and for some reason, they think that qualifies them to give medical advice. Like one of my friends the other day was like, "Are you rubbing your lymph nodes regularly?" And I'm like, "You have a 1.8 GPA. Let's not jump the gun here, buddy. At least get a residency before you start diagnosing shit." And business major friends are worse though, because they already think that they made it. Like they show up to class in like suits and briefcases and shit. Ain't nothing in there but Jolly Ranchers and a vape. And one of my friends, like one of my business friends, he like asked me like if I wanted to buy a boat together. I'm like, "Nigga, neither of us can swim. Like, let's at least master the doggy paddle before we start sailing the 7 seas." Anybody familiar with the Jurassic Park movies? After the third one, I kind of stopped feeling bad for him. Yeah, I think after the third time that there's a huge outbreak and you still go, that's on you, man. That's, you know, if you didn't sign a waiver, you're fucked. That's like if I willingly went to Orlando Disney and I knew full well the mascots had a history of having brutal gang wars in the park streets. Whatever happens, I'm just asking for them. I think video game companies have gotten too bold now. Like I know for a lot of you guys, you just like kind of like blew into a cartridge, put it in, you're ready to go. Yeah. And then once shit got a little more modern, it was like, you get this cool extra skin or like this extra car or something like that. Now it's just half the fucking game. Nothing gets me more excited for a story than having to pay $40 extra just to see if Scorpion's engagement fell through or not. Can you imagine if any other medium did that? Like if Stephen King dropped Shawshank Redemption, at the part where the warden throws the rock at the poster, the book just stops. And then just a note at the bottom of the page saying, 30 more pages coming soon. I know it's not the manliest thing in the world, but if I'm just sitting in a chair and my legs don't touch the ground, you best believe I'm gonna swing my fucking feet. I don't get a whole lot of opportunities to relive my childhood. I've been this height since the 8th grade. Like, they say black don't crack, but they don't talk about how we look 19 and 12. I've gotten into van life TikTok recently. Not really, mainly just for the character development, because where else are you going to see a Google employee learn how to fry a squirrel? Because it's really just LARPing poverty when you really think about it. But I always kind of feel bad for the kids in them, because they always look like they're being held hostage. Like, they didn't pick that life. Their parents woke up one morning and they were like, you know what's a good idea? Vehicular homelessness. How much time do I have left up here?
Minute and a half.
Minute and a half. Awesome. It's March, so anybody else? Has anybody stuck to their New Year's resolution at all?
No.
No? What was your resolution?
I'll kind of make one.
We'll get them next year. So I have shit that I want to do by the end of the year because I'm just a procrastinator like that. I want to get back into saxophone because I played it for a couple years in high school, but not because I wanted to be a musician or anything, but because I had this fantasy in my head that I'd be at just a fancy restaurant on a date. There's like a live band playing, and the saxophonist just falls over and dies. It's like a huge panic and everything, and then the drummer gets down next to him. He's like, somebody call 911, call 911. He gets the phone and he's like, we need somebody to finish the song. And like the server who's like by my table is like, does anybody play saxophone? I just get up out of my seat, just look them right in the eye, put my hand on their shoulder. I take a reed out of my left breast pocket. I just whisper, I got this. And then I saunter over to the stage. The rigor mortis has already set in, so I have to like pry his cold, dead fingers off of the saxophone. And I just blow the roof off the place with this song I've never rehearsed, so I'm hoping to the Lord that it's hot cross buns. It hasn't happened yet, but when it does, I'll be ready. I'm Chris Waller. Thank you very much.
Put you guys together one more time for Chris Waller, the artiste. Chris, I remember how it feels to be in college and be studying something artistic when it feels like your friends are studying, something practical like business. But just think, now they're getting their Cybertrucks recalled, and we're here doing this. So I know who the real winner is. It's all of us here in this room. That's right, that's right, that's right. You are all real winners because you get to hear from our next comic. Everyone, please be so kind in welcoming him to the stage. It's Andre Keels.
Gotta wipe it down after the magic throw. Okay, so if you're my age or older, you remember that in the 90s, and even before that, of course, there wasn't much gay mainstream media. And for gay kids growing up that time, we were very isolated. And for a lot of us, it always felt like no matter what, people just knew we were gay. And for me, this started very early. My mom told me that when she was picking out my name, it made her think of a fashion designer. And yet somehow 17 years later, she was surprised. Fast forward to high school, and I asked a couple of girls to be my girlfriend because that's what the other boys were doing. And I always got turned down. I thought I was just ugly, but turns out they could tell I was a fruitcake. And so then as I moved into adulthood, I always just figured people knew I was gay. And when I started my career, I never would talk about my sexuality at work, but I just kind of figured people knew. Until this one night, I ended up at a party, a bunch of us were hanging out, and at one point, the host of the party, after a couple of drinks, tried to kiss me. Which, I mean, I've been to the club before, girls have tried to kiss me before, it's no big deal, so, I kissed her, no big deal. And then she says, oh, well, let's take this to the bedroom. And I was very confused. I'm thinking, this woman has worked with me day in and day out. Surely she's noticed all my pink flags. And I'm like, honey, we can't do this. And she's like, well, why not? And I'm like, because I'm gay. And she says, yeah, I know, but that doesn't matter. And I'm like, it matters a little. And so at the same time, culture was kind of changing, right? We had these shows, if you remember, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, where gay guys would make over a straight man. We had terms like metrosexual for a very well-groomed man who was still straight. And so straight men slowly started becoming more like us. They started using our terminology, saying things like tea and no shade. They started wearing tighter and tighter clothes. They started bathing, some of them. And all of this was great, but what I didn't realize was that a day would come where people might start to think that I was straight. And here's how I found that out. So I had moved into a new neighborhood, and there was a party down the block. And I got invited by the one person I knew, and I thought it was a good idea to kind of meet my neighbors or whatever. And I struck up a conversation with the loveliest older woman, and she asked me, well, where do you live? And I tell her, I just bought the house at the end of the block. And she's like, oh, well, who do you live with? And I said, it's just me and my dog. And she's like, are you the shirtless guy we see walking with the really pretty dog every morning? Now, mind you, at the time, I was cut. Like, all of this was nice. And so I was a little bit embarrassed, but I was like, yes, ma'am, that's me. And she's like, oh, okay, well, what do you do for work? And I tell her, I'm an attorney, corporate attorney. And she's like, oh, well, are you single? And I say, yes, ma'am. And she goes, oh my God, you have to meet my daughter. She's so pretty. And she's single too. Now, it may be obvious to you what's happening here, but at the time, again, never occurred to me someone would think I was straight. I'm thinking we're just gonna be good gal pals. So I'm like, sure, like I'd love to meet her. So I meet the girl and we hit it off immediately. Fantastic, love the girl. And we became what I thought was great friends for several years until I found out she thought we were a couple. And so here's how we fell out. One night we were getting ready for bed because we had moved into a one-bedroom together, which in retrospect I can understand how that's maybe sending the wrong signal, but I thought we were just saving money. And she says, I think we should take our relationship to the next level, which I thought meant a Beyonce concert. And she says, I think I'm ready to get married soon. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were seeing someone. When do I get to meet him? And she assumed I was telling a joke, because, I do that. And she jokes back and she says, oh, you already met him. He's the hottest guy you know. And I'm lost. And so I just say, I hope it's not my sloppy seconds. Instantly, she gets very serious. And she's like, tell me the truth. Have you been with a man before? To which I reply, you mean this week? Or she's livid. She gets super upset and she's going off. She's talking about how I've wasted her time and all of that. And somehow she thinks this is my fault. And she says, well, you introduced me to everybody as your girlfriend. And I'm like, well, yeah, my girlfriend, not my girlfriend. She says, you used to always compliment me and tell me how beautiful I was. And I was like, yeah, I also told you you were like the Barbie I was never allowed to play with as a kid. And then she said, and then I asked her, I said, after all the time we've hung out and all the time we've lived together, it didn't strike you as odd that I never once asked you for sex? And she says, well, I just assumed you were celibate. And I said, honey, I'm a hoe. I celibate and give the rest away. I've been Andre. Thank you guys so much.
Keep it going for Andre Keels. Sounds like people were making a lot of assumptions in that scenario. You know what they say about assumptions?
Make an ass out of you.
Bad things. Has something to do with some pumps, I believe. Some pumptions. Everyone. Your next comic is a champ. In fact, you can find her directing other champions at an open mic on the last Thursday of every month. That happens to be this week, right, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 27th, yeah. Make sure to catch her on Thursday. But right now, I cannot wait to let her entertain you. Everyone, please be so kind in welcoming her to the stage. It's Jordan Boyd! And catch her at her open mic, Coalition Theater, the last Thursday of every month. It's called Champions. It's a real good time. Everyone, your next comic won his spot this evening. He won our raffle bucket spot by identifying that the sign-up Wayne Kerr. It's probably not real. It's probably not real. Wayne, are you here? Your next comic identified that was probably a fake sign-up, everyone. He is a smart cookie. He's got it going on. Everyone, please welcome him to the stage. It's James Copeland.
I have been described as a wanker before, so I'm not taking anyone's spot, I promise. Chris, you were talking about how you wish you were a saxophone player? Well, let me tell you, I'm a saxophone player, you're not missing much. It's mostly just bitching about the price of reeds. Let me tell you that. Yeah, I'm actually I'm playing sax at Sammy Tamimi's comedy show on Thursday at Reveler. You guys should come out. In case you're wondering, that means I'm good enough at saxophone to play at a comedy event, but I'm not good enough at comedy to do comedy in that comedy event. So, should be fun. Yeah, I'm not a great musician. If you want to know, what else I did with my music career, I was in an all-white reggae band. I don't know if you guys are reggae buffs or not. Not the best reggae band. If your reggae band would feel comfortable playing a mixer between the Daughters of the Confederacy and the Proud Boys, pretty shitty reggae band. We're the only reggae band that smells like wet dog. We're the first reggae band that's officially sponsored by raisins and potato salad. Yeah, we mostly did covers, but we would make them our own. So instead of doing the song, I shot the sheriff, we did it, and it was I called the sheriff. Cause there's a black guy on my property. Alright, that's a fun one. Yeah, this is not a joke. Our band name was Righteous Roots. Yep, our roots were upper middle class. Yeah, we took any gig we could get. Like we did a gig at the James Center Plaza downtown. Just a little awkward to be doing songs about bringing down Babylon when you're standing in front of the Wells Fargo building. Wells Fargo, sorry, I messed that up. The front man of the band was pretty funny though. He came to me, he's like, I'm the best singer-songwriter in Richmond. I was like, Tom, we are in a cover band. We just did a reggae version of I Believe I Can Fly. We do that one original, but have you noticed everyone goes to the bathroom then? I don't think that's just a coincidental timing thing. So I don't really have a joke for this, but my company makes me do like a calorie logger for like money back on health insurance. And I don't give a shit about that, so I've just been logging gravy for every meal. Just, breakfast, chicken gravy, lunch, biscuits and gravy, dinner, giblet gravy. But then I found out you can put your own food entries in, you can make your own entries. So I've been on a steady diet of dick gravy since then. someone asked me, they're like, James, do you think your employer would fire you if they found out about that? I was like, hopefully I have a legally protected status as a cum pig at this point. Usually there's a group of runners here. Unfortunately, they're not here. You can tell a group of runners from a distance. They're very fit and they're very boring. You can also tell they look like they only fuck in the missionary position. That's part of the runner lifestyle. Also, when they go to the club, they wear Patagonia. They pull up in their Subaru Outback. They step out in their $250 sneakers, in their free event t-shirt, and then they stand in the corner and sip one beer. At least that's what they did here. Is anyone else getting a bunch of STD medication ads on Hulu lately? Or did I just leave my account logged in at the free clinic again? All right, thanks guys, I'm James.
Clap your hands for James Copeland, anybody? Any percussionists in the room? Percussionists, anyone want to join James and I in a No Doubt cover band?
And I can beat things with a stick.
We could beat things with a stick, okay. I don't think ska, reggae, reggae and ska are like cousins, right?
Sure.
They kiss. Your next comic would never kiss their cousin. They don't believe in stuff like that. They run an open mic every Wednesday, and man, it's a hoot. It's a finger-licking good time, everyone. You go there, you go, it's delicious. Your next comic, he's number 8 on the list, and after he performs, you're gonna be saying, oh, he ate Monty Giles.
I totally have a cousin I would kiss. I do. I 100% have a cousin I would kiss. I was gonna say her name, but then I forgot this was recorded. But maybe I should be honest. Wouldn't that be wild? I don't know. That was a weird intro. She don't want. It's so stupid to go from that to this. She don't want a big dog. She want a little pub. She want to put me in her purse. She don't want a big dog. She want to go to Starbucks and get a puppuccino with me. See what I can do with my tongue. She don't want a big dog. She want a pub. She want me to sneeze and my eyeball comes out. She thinks it's cute. She don't want a big dog. She want a little pub. She want me to get separation anxiety. Okay, that's enough of that. I like to go to the gym, and when I go to the gym, I like to stretch. That's my favorite thing. Anyone here stretch? Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Stretching's hard. Stretching's hard. You know, it hurts. It hurts so much, and then it feels good. You know, so like, I like it because it's like the only time you can like just sit still and think about how much pain you're in. You know. No? Okay. Well, it's just me. Get a foam roller? Dude, foam rollers are dope. Foam rollers are dope. Alexa, add a foam roller to my Amazon shopping cart. Damn. Well, there went that joke. Stretching. Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? Ice cream.
Woo! Yeah.
Boy, do we love ice cream. I don't know. I like going to get ice cream and then I see a kid and I'm just like, you don't fucking deserve ice cream. Kids don't deserve ice cream. Like, kids objectively do not fucking deserve it. They don't do shit. Like, we can't hit them. You can't. They don't have jobs. I've never called a kid when I was in trouble. What the fuck do they deserve Ben and Jerry's ice cream for? It pisses me off so much. Like, I'm gonna open an adult ice cream store. Like, and it's not gonna be like alcoholic ice cream. It's gonna be like no fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna like the flavors are gonna be like homework and chores. You know, I'm gonna be like, do you wanna the lights get home before the lights are on Sunday? That sounds like a kid would be. Wait, no, kids are scared of that. I would call it vanilla columbine.
Oh.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm trying different school shooting places to for that punchline, and I feel like I'm gonna be working on the joke forever. There's so many. Okay. Anyone been on a plane lately? Oh yeah, someone just flew in today. What did you think of your flight attendant?
They were all hot.
They were all hot, right? Yeah, they were all fucking hot. That's why shit keeps happening on planes. All the fucking hot flight attendants. They're just sitting there being fucking hot, and it's like when they tell you what to do, you want to do it because you want to fuck them. But if you're like a terrorist, bro, your faith is strong. You can get past that shit. You know that girl who got fired for twerking? For twerking on Spirit, or was it Spirit? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. But that's the thing. It's she did it at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? She should have did that during it. If she should have shown that she did that during a terrorist attack or something, you know, stopping them from getting in the cockpit, just throwing it back. Imagine from first class to business class to coach a bunch of hot flight attendants just fuck walking towards you. That's not the thing. I don't know. I think we need scarier. I think we need scarier flight attendants. I think that's how the shenanigans stop. You know, when there's danger afoot, I want a flight attendant with face tats. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine just getting on a plane and you're like, oh, I have a razor blade and a battery and steel wool and I'm gonna fucking terrorize some shit. And then you see that your flight attendant has a 9/11 face tattoo. You're not gonna fuck around on that flight. You will never forget about that shit. I don't know. A 9/11 face tattoo is worth at least 5 teardrops. You know what I'm saying? It's all around the face. One's on the chin because it was the jumper. Oh, yeah, I went there. I relate to the Menendez brothers. I relate to them because I hate bedtime. I fucking hate it. And that's exactly why they killed their parents, you know what I'm saying? Lyle and Eric were 21 and 18. That's prime I hate bedtime age. You know, it's your dad comes in and he's time for bedtime, and then you're 21 and you have to get on a twin-size bunk bed with your brother and your legs are hanging off. It's disheveling, and it's 9:30. You don't even know what it's like when it's 10. You've never seen Adult Swim. So you kill both your parents. You kill both your parents at the stroke of bedtime at 9:30, and then you look at your brother. Eric looks at Lyle and he says, Lyle, what do you want to do now that we've killed our parents? And Lyle's like, I don't know, what do you want to do? Cool, that's the only one I wanted to work. My name is Monty Giles. Please get up for Emilie Erbland.
One more time for Monty Giles. Catch Monty every Wednesday at Basic City Comedy at Basic City Brewing down in Manchester. It's a grand old time. And besides, he's just a little pup. Can everyone give me a pow for Monty? Thank you, Blue. Everyone, give it up for your next comic. I'm so glad she can make it here with us this evening. It's Leela Yeoman. And keep that energy rolling for your next comic. He's out here breaking barriers, breaking the sound barrier of your ears with comedy jokes and humor, everyone. That's right. It's my friend, your friend, the other illustrious host of Basic City Comedy, Tyler Bauer.
What's up, Kindred? What's up? Let's keep it light. Let's keep it friendly here, guys. Stop talking about sex. Enough is enough. Enough with the sex talk. I am literally 3,000 years old. You guys are actually the kids. Tricked you. Turned it around on you. No, I have been alive for 3,000 years, though. That's tough. I'll get into it later. Don't worry about it. But first, I have this little thing I've been working on. I think I'd be a terrible recon on Bar Rescue. We know the show Bar Rescue, right? John Taffer, he saves bars. At the start of the episode, he'll sit in his Escalade and watch on video cameras. He'll send in a team of recon people to check out the bar before he goes in and yells. I think I'd be terrible at that because I eat anything, I drink anything. I'll drink sewer water. I go out of my way to eat 7-Eleven pizza. John Taffer would tell me to go in there. I eat the food. It's like Tyson's frozen chicken tenders. And I'd be like, John, this is actually good. I think you got the wrong idea about this place. Reconsider it. John Taffer be like, there's rat pussy in the fryers. Shut it down. There shouldn't be rat pussy in the fryers. That's basically every episode of Bar Rescue. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And have fun. I have massive little brother syndrome. It's chronic. It affects every bit of my life. I have massive little brother syndrome. It's really bad. It's gotten to the point where anytime my girlfriend's using a vibrator on herself, I feel left out. She has to hand me a vibrator that's not even plugged into anything. It's a third-party vibrator. It's translucent green that says Mad Cats on it. With a Z. You remember that, guys? That was cool. I invented that 3,000 years ago when I was born. The world was different. I'll get into it later. Don't worry about it. My friend, he told me the other day, he said, I don't like watching horror movies because I don't like watching people die for no reason. And I said, horror movies, while they may be terrible reasons, they do give reasons for the deaths. The writers do write in reasons. But horror movie writers are nerds, so it'll be like, yo, he's a jock. Kill him for what he did to me. Horror movie writers will be like, they're having sex. Kill them! Because I couldn't. I still think about it. Think about what could have been. Horror movies, the writers, they'll be like, he's black, kill him first! These are racist nerds. And that's the real horror to me in horror movies, is the racism. And I know what you're thinking, I am 3,000 years old, I'm white. I never said anything right or racist in those 3,000 years. Let me put that on the record. Thank you. I told them to knock it off. They didn't listen. It took a few thousand years. Guys, I invented white guilt. You're welcome. And sorry for all the bad things. Music isn't the same anymore, guys. Kids these days, they don't respect the classics. Like AC/DC and Steppenwolf. Or Danzig. Musicians these days, I swear to God, they just hit play on their MacBooks. School shootings aren't the same anymore, guys. Kids these days don't respect the classics. Like Columbine, or Virginia Tech. Or the kid from that Pearl Jam song. School shooters these days just hit play on their AR-15. The CIA told me to say that joke. I think kids will be so heavily medicated in the future that it'll be rebellious to be sober. Kids will skip school to be sober for a day. Parents will bust into their sober kids' rooms and be like, Timothy Michael Allen, why are your pupils not pinned? Let me tie you up and get you normal. That's what I call getting high. I call it getting normal. Side note, white people names just sound like law firms. Timothy Michael Allen. I'm thinking of legally changing my name to Tyler. Because it could be like Tyler. Or it could be like Tyler. All right, I've been Tyler. Thank you so much. We'll bring back Emilie Erbland and enjoy the rest of the show. Goodbye.
One more time for Tyler Bauer. 3,000-year-old Tyler Bauer. Wow, that's older than the Redwoods. Wow, that's older than this country. Wow, that's old and wise. Your next comic is 3,001 years old, everybody, okay? Just a peek, more wise, just one more ring in history. He's been waiting so patiently to come up here and prep for his mic on Wednesday. I can't wait to welcome him to our stage, everyone. I know who it is, you know who it is, he knows who it is. It's Blake Carlson. Yeah.
Hello. Monty, if you're a pup, I'm a goddamn runt. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a little... one of those fucking guys. Layla, you're talking about, light topics, kids stabbing each other. And there was a stabbing in Charlottesville as well. There was also a stabbing on Broad Street. Stabbing is becoming very popular. And when the stabbing in Charlottesville happened, there was an alert sent to all the students at UVA. And I'd never seen it before. My friend had showed me it. It was run, hide, fight. It's very succinct, all caps, periods between each word. Run, hide, fight. And it's a good kind of tutorial for these people, like what to do in that kind of situation. But for me, I think it'd be more like run, hide, run, scream, beg, run, trip, then fight, I guess. I don't know. I'm actually working on a sound effects album. It's something I'm very excited about. It's called Rat Pussy in the Fryer. It's just 2 hours of what it sounds like to fry a rat pussy. And look out for that. It's going to drop on New Music Friday, every Friday, for the rest of time. I didn't like cursing when I was a kid. I didn't curse, and that wasn't enough, I had to impose that on other people. I tattled on my brother for giving me the middle finger. I know. So it's not just like I was a goody-goody, I was like also a cop, which is fucking horrible. Thankfully, I didn't grow into that. I curse now, and I give the middle finger, too, sometimes. So, I think in 15 years, we're going to have 2 channels. And I think that's going to satiate everybody. Channel 1 will be for the left. And it'll just be police officer body cam footage, okay? Just so we can see what they're up to. And we could be like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, what's going on? Like, he wasn't even speeding, what the fuck? And then channel 2, for the right, is just cops. It's just the show Cops. It's actually 2 channels, but the same footage. It's all the same. They get to root for, we get to root against, and nothing changes. Let's see. I've been living under a rock. I've been living under a rock, slowly digging a tunnel to Kuwait. I'll send a postcard when I get there. We've been talking a lot about guns today, and this whole gun control thing is just wild because I think it's way too hard to get a gun these days. I think it's way too hard, right? In high school, I went to a gun store, and well, someone clap for that? Never mind. I had seen this video on the internet of someone who put gunpowder on this plank of wood. They burned the gunpowder, and it was this beautiful design. You know, they shook off the gunpowder, it was amazing, burned into this like wood piece. And I got inspired. You know, I saw that, I was like, I want to do that. I saw this piece of art, I wanted to make this piece of art as well. So I went to the gun store, I walked in, I was 16, I said, hi, can I buy some gunpowder? And they said, well, what kind? And I said, I don't know any. And they said, no, you can't do that. So, yeah, make it easier. Make it easier for artists to buy gunpowder and buy guns. I want to be a conspiracy theorist. I kind of want to put. I'm very comfortable in front of people, so I think I want to maybe use that for the benefit of us. You know, of this generation. We feel very strongly and passionate about topics, and I want to be a conspiracy theorist for the left. Okay, and because people. I'll be, all right, let me start that one over. I want to be a conspiracy theorist for the left because I got to figure out a way to get into the joke. Okay. I started the joke, I stated the premise, and then I just stopped cold. Pretty cool. Because people are like, people can't be non-binary, you know? They is a plural. They can't be a singular, they is a plural. And I could be like, take out a $1 bill, sir. Now flip it over. You see that? You see that in the fine print? Our founding fathers believed in non-binary people, okay? See that fine print? E pluribus unum. Out of many, one, sir. There you go. Biatch. Yeah, that was it. Cool. That was my light. Thank you, Emily. Yeah. See you guys at home.
Give it up once more for Blake Carlson. You can catch Blake hosting an open mic down the street at Voss every other Wednesday. Not tomorrow, next week, right?
Yes.
Next week, next Voca at Voss, that'll be fun. Sorry, Blake, I don't believe in gun control. Cause like, who am I? Who could, you know, the gun store. Your next comic also, I can only assume, doesn't believe in gun control, but the bicep kind. Everyone, your next comic has got biceps. Everyone. Hey, dude, everyone, give him a big round of applause. It's Ray.
I guess it's true, I do have biceps, but I choose to keep them noodle arms. How is everyone doing tonight? So it was my dad's birthday this weekend. You know, you always gotta give your parent a call when it's their birthday, and he asked about the comedy thing. But he's like really mean about it. He's like, so what do you do when you get heckled? Like, okay, one, hasn't happened yet, and two, I don't know, brush it off. But it just makes me really sad because I was the golden child when I first started doing comedy. He thought it was like really, really cool. He's like, so you like get up there and you make jokes into microphones and you're like fine if no one laughs at you? I'm like, yes I am. So he thought that was really cool, and my older brother then, not one to be upstaged, had to then become a Green Beret. Because that's a lot cooler. So now my dad is like, oh my god, he's like teaching guerrilla warfare in Bosnia, and like he's like teaching people how to build bombs and stuff, but I am teaching how to bomb on this here stage right now and not cry in my car afterwards. So who's the real American hero? It's me. You should clap. Thanks. Thank you. But no, all that said, I do have a meeting with a Navy recruiter tomorrow, so wish me luck. No, that's also a joke, because I would not be in the military. I'm trans, I can't be. But if I had to be, it would be the branch with all the people going down with the seamen. I actually do not believe in gun control. I think it's time to get a gun. Yeah. But I was at this meeting a few weeks ago down at Fallout. It's called Pink Pistols. It's all the gays getting together, talking about shooting guns. And the leaders were like, how many of you have shot a gun before? And I was the only faggot in the room that did not raise my hand. So my friend is like, Ray, like, why are you so afraid of guns? Like, what's your deal with guns? And I'm like, hey, you ever see the episode of SpongeBob where he has the pepper spray and he goes to spray Mrs. Puff in the face and he sprays himself instead? Yeah, that's scary. And my friend's like, Ray, it is like exponentially harder to shoot yourself in the face than it is to spray yourself in the face with pepper spray. And I said, oh, really? Just ask Terry Caff. He's the guy from Chicago who shot himself in the fucking face. Okay, all right, that one clearly didn't resonate. Let's go back to the top. Don't believe me? Ask my mom. Yeah. So, I will say it is definitely time to get a gun because those motherfucking Nazis are on the rise, right? I don't know about you, but I hate Nazis. They are stealing civil rights and the American democratic system, but more importantly, they are stealing my fashion sense. I'm a baseball cap boy. Do you see a baseball cap on my head? No. That's because the two hats that look good on me are red. And I wore them out the other day, and it was just a shit show. In the Dollar Tree parking lot, a very nice black woman ran to her SUV to get away from me. And in the Trader Joe's parking lot, somebody went to like give me a Roman salute and then like casually did this when I turned around and he saw the beard. So fuck you, Nazis. I want my red hat back. Make America red hat friendly again. All right, y'all. I am gonna go cry in my car after this one, so please don't watch me. I've been Ray. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Fran. Keep it going for Ray. Thank you, Ray. Next comic. Has anyone seen Prashanth? Oh, hi, Fran. He emerged from the shadows. Everyone, your next comic just emerged from the shadows like a vampire emerging from their bat box. It's the local legend, honestly. He's been hitting the scene hard 8 days a week. He's at every mic I'm at, but more. You know, and he's dancing the whole time. He's dancing the night away. Please. Welcome him to the stage. It's Prashanth Adel.
Kindred Spirits, what the fuck is up, baby? That's right. Lying is fine. Lying is fine. Sometimes you gotta lie. Sometimes you gotta throw one out there. You know? Like sometimes when they ask you like, yo, where you from? I'm like, Richmond. Why? What's up? What you wanna know, baby? Sometimes you gotta throw it out there. Also, here's the thing. Any potheads in the house? Yeah, gang, baby. See, it's like, the other day I was smoking weed and I saw a cop pull up around the corner and immediately I was like, put that bitch away. If y'all don't know, it's tight. It's tight out here. It's tight in Trump's America. You know? Like in Biden's America, like, you can smoke that shit. Cop pulls up next to you, takes a hit, then shoots you. So it's tight out here. It's tight out here. Yeah. Here's the thing. I was talking to my coworker, and she's one of my new friends. So for Friendsgiving, I invited her over for my Friendsgiving. She came through, stayed for 5 minutes, and left. I was like, what the fuck? Why? What happened? So the next day, I was like, hey, what's up? Thank you for coming, but also you left in like 5 minutes. What's going on? And she was like, well, you need more black friends. You need more black friends. And I was like, I was hurt to begin with, because I was like, it's my Friendsgiving. It's like, I see you as a friend, and like, you came and you left, and then you're saying this. I was really hurt. I was also hurt because I was like, yeah, that's why I invited you. So I was like, shit. What the fuck do I do? Moving on. Okay, these are some old jokes, so go ahead with it. Cigarettes are so good. Ma'am, do you smoke cigarettes? If you did, it's so good. It's so good that you die, ain't that a bitch? Right? Silver? It's so good that you die. But sharks, I have a solution for y'all. Instead of aborting a baby, let's harvest them. That's right, baby. Instead of aborting a baby, let's harvest them. Hear me out, you save the baby first. Few years down the line, you got to know your grandma has been smoking like a motherfucker and now needs a lung. Put that bitch in there. You know? Everybody says pro-life, pro-choice, fuck that. Let's bring pro-harvest. All I'm saying is you save twice, and there's a special place in heaven for you. Give it up for Jesus Christ. Woo! Nice. Silver, I haven't asked you this thing. Have you done anal? No? Okay. Same page. Both in the same page. I asked you this thing is because, like, moving to Richmond, I learned something new, you know. I recently got to know, like, August is known for anal. That's why we call it Anal August. This is something my roommate and I have come up with. He's gay, so he won. I'm sore. I lost twice that month. I was like, all right. I went to a barber and I was like, yo, dude, it's Anal August, dude. Make me look fuckable. Make me look fuckable. So he gave me a haircut and fucked me. I was like, damn, son, not again. Okay, I'm gonna end with a dark one. It's a quick dark one. It's okay to be racist sometimes. It's okay to be racist sometimes, you know. Like the other day I walked into a bar and the bartender looked at me and said, pick up for DoorDash. I was like, God damn, that hurts. That hurts. But it's like a light one though, I know. It's a light one. That's why it's like whenever like a white person walks inside a grocery store, I'm like, oh, sorry. We are out of raisins. And your cousin's not here. No potato salad and pussy for you, sorry. Alright, yo, that's my time. My name is Prashanth Adel. Give it up for Emilie Erbland and give it up for yourself.
Give it up for the bold, the daring, Prashanth Adel. Yeah. Your next comic is going to be on my next showcase at Jack Brown's on April 24th. I'm really excited to have him on. Everyone, please put your hands together for Danny McCabe.
Oh, thank you, Emilie. Oh my gosh. I have a follow-up question to Prashanth's set.
but I'm gonna ask it to Silver as well. May not have done anal, but have you done oral?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, my guy. Yeah, oral. My God, there's been a lot of talk about school shootings tonight. I didn't know that was what happens when you bring a gun to school. That's what I've been calling busting a nut when I go snorkeling with the fishes. You know what I'm saying? School shooting. Oh man, fishes swim in schools, and I shoot them. My God, you guys see that video of the governor getting booed? Yeah. I was like, hell yeah, at first, you know. Then I realized he gets the exact same reaction I get after a post-Chipotle dump in the all-access bathroom. I've been holding up the line for 20 minutes. Whew. They're all like, boo, boo, save some for the rest of us. It's a beautiful time of year, guys. Beautiful time of year. Time for spring. You guys know those trees that, they got that certain smell? Smells like my trash can when you walk by them. Yeah, those are called the Bradford pear tree. I think it makes sense that we named that type of tree based off its smell after a man. And it comes out of his little pear. No, that's just the sap. Hell yeah. Guys, I suffer from a condition. I suffer from a pretty bad condition. It's called having Republican face. I also have early onset divorced dad bod. It's a more severe dad bod. The Republican face is something else. It's always attracting weirdos, so I'm trying to find a way to deter them and get more safer weirdos. So I've started wearing a furry tail. It's been a lot of fun. It's kind of, hey, the government is aliens in the front, and, let's unionize in the back. Something fun like that. Hell yeah. Guys, in high school, I was voted most likely to die from autoerotic asphyxiation underneath a shower curtain. Thank you. But joke's on them, I lived! Guys, I call my dick the History Channel because at night it turns into an ancient alien. Guys, I call my dick C-SPAN because it's white and boring. I call my dick TLC because it is nothing more than a dolled up freak show. I don't like TLC. I think that channel just exposes people who shouldn't be exposed. All you want to watch is little people and fat people. Is that not a freak show from the turn of the century? It's they used to have shows about conjoined twins and people who are really tall and people who are really fat. And they go see that mean Iranian doctor who's really funny. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know. TLC pisses me off. Not the band, the channel. If I called my dick TLC and I was talking about the band, don't go chasing waterfalls because it all comes out at once. And you can't get it out of clothes. You know why? No scrubs. No scrubs. Guys, I really hate. You guys know sympathy, right? We all have sympathy for one another. One thing I really hate is when people cannot take sympathy to save their life. You know what I'm talking about? Someone will be like, oh, my car got hit the other day. And you're like, and I was sick. And you'll be like, oh, that sucks, I'm sorry. And they're like, oh, it's okay, it's not your fault. Fuck you. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to sympathize with you and you're like, oh, it's not your fault. Maybe it was. Maybe I sneezed in your coffee and maybe I T-boned your car. And it did that just to expose that you can't accept emotions, pal. I'll leave you guys one last one here. You guys like the Power Rangers, right? Yeah. What did the Power Rangers say after he broke his back and woke up in the hospital? It's morphine time. All right, thank you guys so much. I've been Danny McCabe. Y'all have been lovely. Let's hear it for Emilie Erbland, everybody.
Give it up one more time for Danny McCabe. I call my dick Cartoon Network because it's got courage.
Hell yeah!
The Cowardly Dog. That's a good show. I love that show. Your next comic probably loves that show. He's got good taste in cartoons. I see it in his face. This guy knows the best Saturday morning cartoons, everybody. Put your hands together for Charlie Waring.
I love cartoons. The best Saturday cartoon, that's Jackie Chan Adventures, and that's what I call my dick too. I don't have a funny reason. I don't, I call my dick Jackie Chan Adventures because I'm hoping if I name my dick that one day I'll be able to fuck Jackie Chan. He's my hall pass, if you will. My girlfriend's like, you can fuck one person, I won't get mad. I'm like, Jackie Chan. I want him to do a little stunt. I'm gonna kick all the furniture out of the way. I use the condom as a weapon. We're being attacked. I don't know. I'm playing out in my head. This is good since I don't have any material. I was recently on a trip. I was in Chicago, and me and my girlfriend were walking, and I saw this gigantic fat guy in a... This is the funny... I don't know if it's going to translate, but it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. There's a gigantic fat man in a wheelchair, and he's homeless. He's got another guy pushing him behind him, and the fat guy... They're at the corner, and the fat guy stands up, and we look at it, we're like, oh, I guess that guy doesn't need a wheelchair. He stands up just to fall forward. Why is he standing up? And he falls forward right as these three Japanese tourists are coming. And these three tiny Japanese teenagers are trying to lift this fat guy into a wheelchair. And I don't know, I don't have a joke, but it's just it's the funniest thing ever. And then also, I was like, we have to get away from this because I don't want to have to help. That would be my nightmare. Because also his ass crack was coming out. I don't know. It was very funny, but I hate that we live in a world where I can't laugh at that. I get it. I don't know. It's just funny. Small Asian people holding up a giant fat man who can't walk. It just is funny, and it should be. And it should be. I don't know. That's what I think. And then also on the when we were coming back from the airport, the Uber picked us up, and it was this African guy, and when he missed us. We were supposed to pick us up, so we're running after him. We get into his car, and then he's like, oh, you're out of breath? You have bad blood pressure. I was like, fuck you. What the fuck is this? And then he's like, I've been having a bad day. And then I don't know. He killed us. I don't know. People having sex with animals. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Yeah, I'm against it, but I have seen it before. One time I accidentally saw a bestiality video. This is in 2011. I was on Facebook. This was before. Now you think of Facebook, it's just Trump uncles. But it used to be cool. People, you could post porn. No one cared. I don't know. I was 19. One of this guy I went to high school with, he posted this video. And the screen shot was a girl in her underwear. And he was like, oh, she nasty. So I was like, okay, well, I want to see how nasty she is. And I put on a pair of, my porn watching glasses. I was like, okay, let's see here. I turn it on. This girl, she's getting naked. And then suddenly there's something in her vagina. I'm like, what is that? And it zooms out, and it's it's a donkey's penis inside of this. It was so gross. And if you've never seen an animal having sex with a person, it's hard to comprehend. You don't even know what you're seeing. It's very horrible. It's worse than you think it is. You think it's bad, it's worse, it's horrible. It made me feel like I was in an H.P. Lovecraft, book. I felt like my brain was melting. I was like, oh my God, there's horrors beyond we could comprehend. I don't know, it I want to name my cat something fucked up. I don't know. All right. But anyways, the thing that pissed me off the most was the fact that the guy I knew from high school, the caption he wrote on it was "she nasty," and I was like, that's an understatement. He should have wrote "she horrific." She a crime against nature. Yeah. Okay. Just thinking about this. They. I don't know. This is a bad joke, but. You guys know size queens. These are size queens are women. They're like, I'll only fuck a guy with a huge cock, and that's fine. But like, why is that okay? But when I go, I'm a size king. I'll only fuck a girl with a tight pussy. I'm the problem. I don't know. You just never see it. Also, when someone's like, I'm a size queen, it's like that's code for having a gaping pussy. It's right. I don't know. Okay. They need it. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's pretend like I didn't say that last one, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Keep clapping for Charlie Waring. I love it here. We can all share. I love the First Amendment so much, everyone. I love it. I'm really excited to hear from your next comic. It's my first time getting to see them perform. So everyone, please be so kind to welcoming them to the stage. It's JMac.
How y'all doing, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good.
Let's pray for the comics today. We definitely enjoyed ourselves and appreciate them. Amen. Amen. All right, now, y'all, let's get to it. Anybody been disciplined in here when they was growing up? Nobody? One person. Yeah. Anybody get ass whoopings? Yeah. Man, this sound bad. I'm the only one that's traumatized. Y'all ever seen Blink Twice? The new movie coming out that came out with. Anyway, how y'all doing today? I'm going back to what it is. They're clapping for me and making me feel retarded now, but we're gonna do it special. Anyway, anyone miss life before social media? Anybody? I know I do. It's like, I don't know why I'm not doing this right. But I know I'm getting recorded. I'm grateful for y'all. Let me do this like this. I'm laughing at myself right now. So I miss this life before social media because you had to learn stuff. You actually had to try. Now everybody's lazy. I got a son, his GPA is 1.2. And here it is, says, I don't need to go to college. I'm like, son, look at me. I'm almost fired, unemployed every day. But yet, I'm up here on the stage trying to make someone laugh at me just so I can get some money. To the point now, I gotta go tell him to do some white people stuff like go join the military. Scared he gonna lose his life. He don't care. He talking about, Dad, I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm like, man, all the rappers die nowadays. That's the problem with everything. So, lately, I just been going through it. My job said you can either work today and don't get paid, or you could go home and don't get paid. So I decided I'm just gonna go home and don't get paid because I got suspended today. I hate my job. My job is like a warm summer day in Antarctica on an island. It's like I got everything I need, but I just want somebody to come save me. Like, is anyone hiring in here? Because if this don't work, I need to do this. I'm tired of these jobs, man. I asked Siri the other day, what's the opposite of a job? And she said, leisure. And I thought about it, I was like, damn, leisure just sounds so good, the word alone. It just sounds like I'm lazy. and I could do anything for sure. So it's like, damn, man, I got to get to that point in my life where I just want to spend money and be lazy. Besides that, we was talking about these lights work. They definitely got me feeling crazy. The dude up here earlier was talking about the people, he was making jokes about us being older, blowing into our video games and stuff. At least our video games, we knew we could die. Now these games, you can just get second chances all the time. That's not life. You remember, we grew up with Looney Tunes. And in the Looney Tunes, for some reason, they was trying to kill each other all the time. I don't understand that, but it'd be a cartoon. Why did they have so many adult problems? More than anything, it's just weird, man, but it's a good feeling. Once I get over this, we gonna take it to the top, because I'm gonna be funnier than all of y'all or my pockets. Because I'm broke, y'all. I'm up here trying to do what I can and be the best I can, and if I ain't funny, laugh at me. That'll make me feel better. So, that being said, somebody talk to me. Give me something to say. Like, how was y'all day today? Which one? Somebody. Anyone besides anybody that don't want to shoot nobody today at schools. Who's doing something? You feel me? Like, I actually woke up today and did everything right and did everything wrong at the same time. I can't believe I went to work and they told me to go home. Like, why couldn't you call me and tell me that? And here it is. It's like, let you know, don't trust people. The dude told me the thing is in the spot. I looked at it. He said it was in the spot. I put it in there. They said I had 45 times that fixed my situation. I'm like, man, at least I counted it right. So, here it is. I'm grateful y'all. I was gonna say something. Nobody said y'all got whoopings earlier, so it made me feel bad being the only person. But I got ass beatings when I was little, y'all. And the thing about it, which is sad, my mama had levels of ass whooping. I knew how mad my mom was just based on what she'll whoop me with. I'm talking about once we got into the double-digit ages, it's past the belts. Now we go into extension cords, switches. You feel me? And the thing about it, I'm so old, we had to go in the backyard and get the switch. Make sure you get one that don't break, nigga, or I'm gonna break your ass. And I'm like, damn, here it is. I'm thinking that's real life. Now that I'm a parent, you can't do all of that. I'm literally with my kids right now, seeing them at the age where I really was getting whoopings to learn how to read. And that's the crazy part. I read so well now, I don't even want to stop. That's what I like about social media more than anything. She's letting me go. I must be up here enough to make y'all interested. Damn, his life is way worse than me. He bombing. But you feel me? I'm not from here originally. I'm from here, from California. I graduated out here, however, so whatever my programming is now is kind of different. I can tell you one thing though, in Richmond, white people are definitely not scared of black people. They have no problem buying a house inside the hood and just, everybody just put fences up around them. Here it is. They're like, you could come through, it might look scary, but when you get here, we got everything straight. The backyard is nice, we got the bonfire. You know, like we right around the corner from the hood and prostitutes in the hotel down the street. So I just like that everybody is aware of what's going on and not scared. You know, maybe, just maybe, Trump is doing something right. Who knows? Well, here it is, that's my time. At least I got y'all to laugh loud once. It wasn't fake, he was laughing with me. I appreciate y'all, I'm JMac.
Give it up one more time for JMac. And for all the comics you heard this evening, thank you all for coming out and for being here on this Tuesday evening. And give it up for Silver behind the camera. And of course our friend Justin behind the bar. Thank you, Justin. All right, y'all, well, we'll see you here next Tuesday. Hope you have a good evening. Get home safe. Find some time to laugh. We'll see you next week.